I do have you beaten him.
I will whoop your ass.
Bro, I'll pop that gap right back in that mouth. I'll have you looking like a saber gap tooth tiger. Oh my God, I'll do you dirty. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
You suck.
Hey, if I have though, you though. Oh my, here we go. Hey, not the same fighter. Hey, not the same fighter. Not the same. Hey, when I put a beat on you, what are you gonna say? When I put a beat on you, what are you gonna say?
I was there.
Hey, no, when I put a beat on you. I'm talking about you. You got no power. You got no power.
And you lost. And you still scared him to this day.
No. Bro, I'm gonna knock that gap right back in your mouth. I'm gonna knock that gap into your mouth again. Hey, you fix the teeth. You fix the teeth. But I'm gonna knock that right back in. I'm gonna put it bam.
It's Shakur's time right now.
Yeah, let's do it. Hey. It's like back in the days, right?
It's the biggest fight right here.
I thought you was bigger than this,
bro. You know I'm not big. Wait, why do you think I was big?
God, oh man.
Wait, good luck.
Shakur Stevenson didn't even wait for the dust to settle. He jumped straight into a live interview and delivered a cold warning aimed directly at Ryan Garcia.
He's right there. Shakur Stevenson, let's go. Let's run that. Hey, I want to be a great champion, and I'm not scared of. I fought Devin Haney, I'll fight Shakur Stevenson, I'll fight anybody. Let's go.
You know, Shakur Stevenson, Ryan. Shakur Stevenson was on our DAZN broadcast earlier, said he's levels above you right now. What do you think of that?
The thing is, like, you gotta have some type of punching power to get me off you, because it'll be a different style, and I'm not gonna hit him light. Nah. Every time I'm putting it on him, you know? I want that fight. Shakur, let's get it. I see you. Hey, I like the hat. You look fly, but I want that work. Let's get it.
Calm voice, sharp eyes, no emotion. He basically said that if Ryan really wants that fight next, he's not just going to get outboxed. He's going to get knocked out, and it won't be pretty.
See Shakur versus Ryan. I think he wiped the floor with him. You know, I don't think Ryan going to be able to hit Shakur like Barrios. Barrios was right there to be hit. Barrios was too slow. Barrios didn't have no game plan. He followed them the whole fight. And Shakur is not going to be that fighter to be hit on.
And the scary part? He said it like a man who's already seen the outcome. No yelling, no theatrics, just that quiet, composed assassin energy, which honestly hits harder than loud trash talk ever could.
What can we expect from a fight if you commit?
We're very fast. You're going to see people that are quick, back and forth. And Shakur knows that he can't get lazy with me at all. That's why, like, he was looking at me right now and goes, ooh, you're not even big. I'm like, bro, you were scared if I was big? That's crazy. Like, that's what you were scared of? All right. So I got a little glimpse on what he was kind of worried about. But size don't win fights at all. You seen that today. Mario was bigger than me. But I was quicker.
Meanwhile, after his win over Mario Barrios, Ryan didn't celebrate like a man who was satisfied. He grabbed the mic with adrenaline still running and immediately called out Shakur, talking about taking that so-called savant aura and proving that speed beats slickness on the brightest lights.
What happens in the Shakur fight? How does it end in your opinion? Decision, knockout?
We'll hit him with a body shot, he's done.
Why the body shot?
He can't take his body shot. We already know.
Really?
Yeah, and he doesn't have a better jab than my son. My son has an awesome jab. We beat him in the amateurs, okay, with the jabs. When Ryan was young, Ryan was only 16 years old. But he qualified 17, 18 with Shakur. Shakur was on that level. So if you're within 2 years, they're going to put you in that category. Okay, and I said, Ryan, we didn't know Shakur. They didn't know us. But I said, you know, Ryan, let's work on that jab. Ryan was throwing that beautiful jab. Pop, pop, pop. I said, okay, that's what we're going to work on. Let's start off there.
The contrast feels cinematic. Shakur sounds like a surgeon predicting damage. Ryan sounds like a storm demanding the biggest challenge available.
Oh, I'm open to all those, you know, whatever. You know, Shakur, somebody that I fought in the amateurs, and we went at it, you know, and I felt like I beat him. But, you know, the politics in the USA boxing at that time were a little different, and I still got a chip on my shoulder. I've been wanting that rematch for a minute. Hopefully we get it. And, you know, when my hand heals, I'll be looking for that opportunity first.
One promises precision punishment. The other promises explosive chaos. And if that fight becomes reality, this isn't just a matchup anymore. It's a full-scale style collision fueled by ego, skill, and psychological warfare.
Oscar, apologies if you've already been asked about these two opponents, but what do you think a fight with Shakur Stevenson looks like? They talked about fighting each other next. What do you think that fight would look like?
I love the fight. I mean, look, there's so many options there for Ryan now. Everybody wants to fight him. Everybody wants to dethrone the pretty boy, you know? And now that he has a world title, everybody's after him. So yeah, I think it's a matter of just regrouping, let Ryan rest, and he'll make his decision once he's ready.
But that looming Shakur tension gets pushed aside for a moment when Henry Garcia steps into the spotlight. This wasn't a calm victory speech. This was years of criticism, doubt, and frustration coming out all at once. The moment Henry shut down the Vader rumor talk and called the stories fabricated, it was clear this wasn't just a fence. This was protective mode activated.
Ryan's been doing testing his entire career. He's fought for interim titles. When he fought Tank Davis, we were doing VADA testing and it wasn't for a title. He's been testing his entire career. Every single time we set up a fight, we sign a contract, there's VADA testing. There's no such thing as dropping out of VADA testing. So all those stories are just fabricated, people trying to hate on Ryan, and they're just excuses for Haney to feel good about himself. You know, Haney wants to have an excuse as to why he got beat up, and that's it. So it's all nonsense.
Then the temperature rose even higher when he fired back at critics like Chris Algieri and others. You could hear the emotion in every word. No polished PR, no media-safe answers. Just raw parental pride mixed with competitive vindication. And when he said, "They don't know my son, I know my son," that wasn't boxing talk. That was identity.
Just real quick, I want to go back to the haters because I gotta let this off my chest because I won't be able to sleep. But Chris Algieri, you're a piece of okay. I'm sorry, you and your corny ass partner, okay, not believing in my son. Sergio Mora, I ran into him and he said, "No, your son made me a believer, so I'm not gonna go too hard on him." Okay, Robert Garcia. Weird, man. Oh, my son can't go over 6 rounds? Sorry, dude. They don't know my son. I know my son, okay? And every father should know their son, like I do.
At the same time, Ryan's energy was completely different. Calm, reflective, thanking his team, talking about diet, discipline, conditioning, and how he used a fight without thinking. That moment quietly confirmed the new Ryan narrative they've been building all camp.
One thing, well, let me say something real quick. I want to thank Golden Boy Promotions. I know people like to put us together as beef. I guess it sells, but, you know, I don't hold grudges, and I always want to keep positivity, and I just want to say thank you for all that you've done in my career, and I appreciate it.
There was also a subtle moment of maturity when he showed appreciation to Golden Boy after all the recent tension. When a fighter talks about growth and preparation instead of just a result, it makes the victory feel less like an ending and more like a statement to everyone who doubted the process.
All right, let's go. Well, the answer to your question is, yeah, I know he did it for me, but I told him before, we had dinner last night, and I said, "You know what, Ryan?" I said, "I appreciate that." I said, "But you know what? You've already won for me."
Then the tone shifted again when trainer Joe Goosen spoke. Now the energy moved from emotional passion to calm, surgical honesty. He even opened with humor. But the key moment came when he said, "That's exactly how Ryan fights." That wasn't surprise. That was veteran acceptance.
What's your question?
What were your thoughts on Ryan's performance?
Look, that's exactly how Ryan fights. That's exactly how I knew he was going to fight. We tried to prepare for it as best we could. I think, you know, aside from that knockdown in the first round and a few other shots Ryan landed, we blocked a lot of his shots. Ryan obviously outscored us.
He admitted they prepared for the speed, the footwork, the unpredictability, and still got outscored. That kind of composed truth hits harder than any dramatic headline. He broke down the inside work, the movement, the adjustments like a coach replaying a chess match in his head.
You know, he's tricky. He's great on his feet. He'll tie you up on the inside because that's not his favorite place to be. And then he'll move around and walk you into some shots, and if you stall out on it, he'll come and get you. You know, he's smart. He's smart. And he's fast. And he's fleet of foot. So he's got a lot going for him. He's champ of the world.
He also pointed to the early knockdown and key momentum moments, subtly suggesting that those flashes mattered more than overall volume. Then he mentioned the weight situation at 147 for Barrios, carefully balancing honesty without making excuses. But the most telling line, you don't train Ryan, you collaborate with him. That says everything. Instinct-driven, self-styled, unpredictable, even to elite trainers.
Look, Ryan, I've known Ryan for many years, and I got to tell you, Mario Barrios is a fine, committed young man. I love the kid. He's really a wonderful, classy human being, Mario Barrios, and so is Ryan. We're all friends. It's a small community, the boxing community. So I'm happy for Ryan, and I'm sad for Mario Barrios. You know, he put a lot of work. Jonathan and I trained Mario. And we put in close to 3 months of a training camp with him, and it was serious, hard work. We were doing round after round of training. Now, I will tell you, and I don't make excuses for anybody, Mario, you saw how much bigger he is than Ryan. He had to make 147 pounds. I think it's going to be the last time he ever does.
Then the energy flipped again when analyst Wade called it performance domination. And in a way, both perspectives described the same reality from different angles. Ryan didn't just start fast. He took psychological ownership of the fight from the opening seconds. And the biggest shift? This wasn't the old left hook only Ryan. This was layered offense. Jab, right hand, setups, and controlled aggression.
Turns out, Mario Barrios, one tough SOB. He was not going to get knocked out in the first round, and come to find out he wasn't going to get knocked out at all, but that was a tone setter for the fight. And it was like, from that moment on, Ryan had almost zero issue with Barrios, and Barrios had no answers for anything Ryan was doing. And again, I told you, go back and watch my video. Yes, the left hook was prevalent and it landed in this fight, and Ryan was devastating with it, but it would be the right hand. It would be the hand that everyone forgot that Ryan Garcia had. And one, to be fair, he hadn't shown had been as devastating as his lead hand for a very long time. That would be the difference maker in this.
When Wade said boxing needed this version of Ryan, that wasn't just hype. That's industry psychology, a dangerous discipline. Explosive Ryan brings star power and unpredictability back to the sport. But then the conversation turns to Shakur, and everything shifts from celebration to danger. Because Barrios was a durability test, Shakur would be a thinking test.
Again, it was shocking to see Barrios dominated like that. Like, Barrios has been stopped, right? He's been beaten. There was no pillar to post beating that I've ever seen anyone put on Mario Barrios like Ryan Garcia did tonight. And again, the variety in the shots, upstairs, downstairs, the lead hook. He would frame with the jab, which is something I love when fighters do. He would 1-2-1 and frame with that lead hand. And then when Barrios got past the lead hand, bang, left hook, pivot out, right hand. It was like he had an answer for everything Barrios did.
When you zoom out, the real story isn't just that Ryan won. It's that the entire narrative changed in one night. On one side, Shakur is speaking with quiet confidence about levels and knockouts. On the other, Ryan answered with discipline, structure, and a version of himself that looked sharper and more dangerous than the chaotic image critics kept pushing. You had a father defending legacy, a veteran trainer accepting reality with composure, analysts calling it domination, and a rival already studying the tape like a shark circling. This isn't just post-fight energy. This is the birth of the next mega storyline. Because now the question isn't, can Ryan stay focused? The real question is, can this upgraded, explosive, disciplined Ryan solve the most technical puzzle in boxing? Power versus precision. Instinct versus control. Chaos versus calculation. If this trajectory continues, the Barrios fight won't be remembered as a peak. It'll be remembered as the ignition point for something much bigger at the elite level. So here's the dangerous question. Does Ryan's explosive evolution break through Shakur's surgical defense? Or does Shakur's IQ completely neutralize the momentum? Drop your take in the comments. Let's talk about it. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to US Box Pro. See you in the next one.